I'm like, this is incredible. Ran the credit card for $5,000, spent all day long with him. He looks at me and he goes, Celina, where do you see yourself at in 5 years? I started crying, and out of nowhere, I'm like, I want to work for you. And he goes, okay, you got to go talk to my wife. I was like, oh, shoot. Oh, he's like, this is exactly what you're going to say. She's going to ask you these questions. This is exactly what you're going to say. So I went over there, had a long conversation, and she goes, okay, well, we'll let you know. We'll get back to you.
Gosh, these are my brothers and my sisters. Can we please just give a round of applause real quick? I love these men and women like crazy. And I want to say, like, we're so grateful for this opportunity. We're grateful that everybody showed up today. My name is Celina. I found Andy Elliott 3 years ago, and Andy gave me the blueprint to selling. And he said, hey, as long as you do everything that I say here, all the way from A to Z, I promise you that not only going to have more money than you know what to do with, but you're going to feel so fulfilled internally because you're able to help more people. I've been selling since I was 18 years old, and I'm like, okay, if there's a better way to do something and I can help more people, I want to do it. And we scaled, the company that I worked at, we scaled to making record-breaking units. And I said, if you changed my life and my industry, you can help me do it with more people. And those people start off by you guys being right here. So I decided to join the Elliott team.
So what I would encourage everybody in this room is everybody that's like wives or at home, like what Maria was talking about, go put everybody in a group chat or create a WhatsApp chat. We have that for our wives. So like one of the wives is like, hey, we're going to the park tomorrow at 5 o'clock. Who wants to join? And then it's like all the Elliott wives all walking around the fountain with their kids. So you can start just by doing something so simple like that. But if you're not on the mission, including things, doing things together, all day, the past 2 days while we were here at SolarCon, their wives are back home, girlfriends at home. So I go over them, and nobody needs to tell me to do this because I'm my own leader and I'm going to step up for their wives. But I went over to them and I said, hey, I'm taking a video for Valerie. I'm taking a video for Miranda. We're going to text it over to them. You say, hey, I miss you. I love you. I can't wait to see you in 2 days. I promise you, I'm out here. I'm working hard. We're at SolarCon. And I text it to them. 2 seconds later back, oh my gosh, I miss Danny so much. Like, this means so much to me. So like, go do that. Like, if you want to take action right now and go change and do something, I encourage you, as soon as you get out of this room, just go take a video for your spouse that's back home because they're missing you for 3 days. That alone will show how much effort that you care. And then imagine we do all of that. Now we're creating that team culture. So Andy doesn't hire, for an example, he doesn't hire if you're not a product of his training. So I invested in a lot of money on my own. It's funny because the company that I was working for wrote a check to Andy Elliott for $20,000. He said, hey, go train my team. But I thought to myself, okay, if this guy goes and pays for me to go train, I live in Washington State. I'm flying out to Scottsdale, Arizona. I'm going to sit by the pool. I'm going to have a couple cocktails. But if I pay for it out of my own pocket, it's going to force myself to learn because somebody else isn't paying for it. So I said, forget this. I paid Andy $600 every single month to be on his training platform, and I paid for every single seminar ticket because I knew if I came out of my own pocket that I would like really pay attention. 6 months later, I'm running the company. We hit record-breaking units, and I'm just like, I gotta do this. And I remember, you guys, Andy's, to have a one-on-one with him 2.5 years ago was $5,000 to spend all day long with him. I'm like, this is incredible. Ran the credit card for $5,000, spent all day long with him. He looks at me and he goes, Celina, where do you see yourself at in 5 years? I started crying, and out of nowhere, I'm like, I want to work for you. And he goes, okay, you got to go talk to my wife. I was like, oh, shoot. Oh, he's like, this is exactly what you're going to say. She's going to ask you these questions. This is exactly what you're going to say. So I went over there, had a long conversation, and she goes, okay, well, we'll let you know. We'll get back to you. And I'm like, well, I'm a salesperson, so what am I going to do? Follow up, right? I sent her flowers the next week. I was doing everything to be like, can I get on the team? I want to get on the team. And Andy was like, hey, you're not hired. It's just, it doesn't work that way. This isn't a hiring process, and told me, like, go kill it at your store. We taught you how to do it. And I said, you know what? I am so passionate with how he changed me that I literally sold everything. I up and moved. I got a U-Haul, and I said, I've already built a car dealership. If I can do it in Washington State, why can't I do it in Arizona? So I packed up my stuff, moved to Arizona, and I lived at a place where there are dealerships around. I said, I'll just apply for a dealership. And then I'll just drive over to the Lions Den once a month and I'll get private coaching done by you guys. So I don't have to pay for an Airbnb and plane ticket. Once he realized that literally my entire apartment was packed, he's like, oh shoot, she's serious. Driving on the way out, they're like, all right, we got a spot for you. Whether it's personal or business, have a little bit more courage. And don't do the things that everybody else is doing. It's boring, it's mediocre. I got glitter in my hair and all day longer people are coming up to me because they're like, what is that in your hair? Be the most interesting person in the room. That starts with courage.
I'm gonna say this, give it up for Celina.
Hey Elliott Army, what's going on? Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you for watching. If you like that video, you're gonna love this other content. Here's a couple of other videos that are very similar to that one. Let's get it.